I know it's been a stretch since I've posted a video, but there's a good reason for that, and let me tell you what it is. So I did film this video, and I filmed it like 2 weeks ago, and filmed the entire thing, and it was like 40 minutes long, and I put like a lot of good information in there, or at least I feel like it was. And I went to upload it to YouTube, and like all you could see was my chin and my neck. I have no idea what happened. I really don't, because when I looked, like as I was filming, like I was in the screen like I am here, but for some reason it was weird. So I thought about uploading it anyway, because the information was there, and it's not like you need to see me to get the information, but I thought it was just odd. It looked weird. So I did not upload it. I deleted it, which really kind of broke my heart, because I was like, that was a freaking hour of my life just completely deleted, basically. I told you guys I was going to do a video on the secret of selling soap, and I do have some notes here, just to kind of keep me on task, because you'll know I'll be rambling sometimes. The secret to selling soap. Okay, so there's one big thing, and I'm going to leave that till the end. Okay, but I'm going to go over these other few things first. So the first thing that I'm going to say would be time. Okay, and I know that sucks, and most of these things are probably, I say things, most of these concepts or ideas are not going to be quick fixes, but I think if you get started, that's a step in the right direction, because time is going to pass no matter what you do, right? So you may as well be doing something to grow your business, even if it's the tiniest little step in that direction. That's going to be in the right direction. So, and the reason I say time with building a soap business, and it's a secret to selling soap, is the fact that you have to build that, what's called the know, like, and trust factor. People want to know you. They need to get to like you so that they can trust you. Most people are not going to just buy from anybody. They may, but most people, you know, are going to want to really know what your business is about, know what you're about, and, you know, make sure that they do want to invest their hard-earned money into your business. So it takes time for people to get to know, like, and trust you. Sometimes just meeting one time is enough, right? They can meet you, they can talk to you, see your product, and, you know, it may just be, you know, a small investment. So when you're talking, you know, a $20 investment, it's not a lot for most people. So they don't have to like know you for 6 months. So just you being the one selling your product at these markets or at festivals, or getting on Facebook or YouTube or wherever, allowing people to see the face behind the soap or whatever you're selling is important. And trust me, I know it's hard. I really don't do that many Facebook lives or obviously very many YouTube videos, because I myself do not like being, you know, the one in the center of attention on camera. But I know it's important, and for a business to grow, and sometimes when you have a message to get out, you just have to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and do it. And you know, I feel like I've been doing this long enough to where I do have some nuggets of information and helpful hints for somebody out there. So you just have to take time to build that customer base. And you know, the longer you're in it and the more frequent and consistent you go to markets, then these customers will become like friends, and get to know you, and they'll feel loyal to you. And you know, they may buy from other people as well, but the key is if they consistently come back to you, then you have a loyal fan base, and that's what you want. You want your customers to be loyal to you, because it is much easier to keep your customers than to constantly try and get out there and get new customers. So put in the time, go to these markets, festivals, or time on Facebook Lives or whatever, to put in the time to invest so that people can get to know you, and then, you know, try your product and then fall in love with that. Okay, so I wrote down this too, and this is kind of something I struggle with. So new products. So I go to farmers markets and festivals and things, and I have a lot of the same customers that come, and they like their same products, right? Because they have certain scents that may be their favorite, but then they're also anxious to see new things. So, you know, try new products. I mean, we all like new products. Like I do too. Like I love, that is my number one thing that I enjoy doing is formulating. I don't even sell a fraction of what I formulate. I mainly just do it for me because I absolutely love it. And if I sold everything I formulated, then people would probably wonder, I don't know, that I think I was crazy, because I hardly like could even probably make the same thing twice, because you know, I'll tweak it so much. Like I'll formulate something and then I'll be like, oh, this needs more glycerin, or this needs more niacinamide, or whatever. You know, I'll just constantly tweak it. And I don't know why. It's kind of like in search for that perfect product that's probably not, doesn't even exist, but it's just something that I enjoy. So that being a side note, putting out new products, but obviously being realistic about it. Like I'm an extreme on that end, obviously. So, but just maybe, you know, a new product a season would probably be a good place to start. And I'm saying this, and this is not even something that I do, but I just know it's the right thing to do. Because that's kind of what the feedback I get from customers is, you know, so what do you have new this time? You know, and it's like, well, it's at home, because no, I do try and bring new things to the market. So, and then too, you never know how things are going to sell. So you may have a bestseller in your mind, but you just need to make it and get it out there. And you may have something that you think is going to be a bestseller. You take it to market and don't move any of them. And sometimes that happens, but you don't know until you try. So getting out new products and testing the market, so to speak, seeing how they sell, you know, asking for feedback from your customers is a great thing to do. So yeah. Really putting out new products along with your regulars is a good way to keep people coming back for more, because they're going to wonder, oh, I wonder what they have this week new, or you know, this month, or whatever. It's just kind of a good way to keep excitement, keep things exciting. Okay, and I've got in here to educate your customers. So, and that falls under the category of the secret of selling soap. And it kind of falls under the other portion of for them to trust you. So if you educate your customers, they're going to feel like you're like there for them, which we are, right? But they need to kind of feel that. So to me, educating them, even if it means that your product is not for them, is the right thing to do. So I've literally turned people away because they're looking for something specific that I know that what I have is not what they need. And I'll tell them, you know, maybe you need to go to the store and get this, this, and this, or, you know, just do a DIY at home, or go see a doctor, whatever it is. You know, I try to be helpful in that way. And I hope that that helps customers trust me to know that I'm not just going to sell them a product. Obviously, I'm there to sell my products, and I do love to sell my stuff, but I'm certainly not going to sell somebody something if it's not what they need. Because it does nobody any good. I mean, you may make a quick $10, but then what do you have, right? You know, that person's gonna go home, use that. It's not really gonna work for them. And if you know this, you sell them something, they go home and it's not good for them, then they're in all likelihood not gonna come back to buy from you. You know, and then sometimes it happens even when you think that what you have will work. But the key to me here is it's being honest about it. You know, like if you truly feel like whatever you have is going to help, that's fine. That's what we do, right? We try and, you know, solve people's problems and try and help them out the best way we can. But if you like know that this is not going to help, like I've probably told you guys before, but I had some lady who was looking for something to help with hyperpigmentation. And if you're not sure what that is, that's when your skin gets darker in certain areas. It's like the melanocytes in your skin get overactive, and you can get like brown patches or whatever. I mean, I've got some, like I could probably scoot in and show you, like kind of like freckles and hyperpigmentation. So anyway, it can come like as the mask of pregnancy. Like I had a big one here when I was pregnant. Anyway, really you really need like a prescription to get rid of that. I mean, there are some over-the-counter products that we as DIYers or handcrafted businesses, we could make. because there are some lightening agents out there. But really and truly, hers was pretty bad, like it needed a prescription, or at least in my mind. And even with that being said, I didn't have anything with me with any ingredients that would help her hyperpigmentation. So, I wrote down the information and gave it to her and told her she needed to maybe check with her doctor on that, because I really didn't have anything. And I don't think and that was like several years ago when that happened. And I don't think I've seen her since, but that's okay. And I guess where I'm going with that is, you may or may not get a customer out of that, because what could have happened is she could have gone home, got something from the doctor or whatever, and then come back and bought soap from me, a couple weeks later or whatever. Or like with this, I don't think I've seen her again. I don't think I have. But, with that being said though, like I haven't seen her at the market ever since then. So maybe she moved, I don't know. But really the important thing is just educating and being honest with your customers, because you would want them to be that way for you, right? I just can't stand the thought of like giving somebody false hope and thinking, oh yeah, girl, try this, it'll be fine, it'll work good. Yeah, and it's like there's like you have no like experience with your product performing in that way or helping in that manner. And that's just being deceitful, and that's not cool. So educate customers and be honest about what your products can and cannot do. Be honest with yourself about it too, because like sometimes we can tell ourselves, oh, this will work, but and I don't know, I hate to go on a tangent about that. See, I'd be going on tangents, because sometimes things that we don't realize can do certain things, right? So there's that. But I guess y'all know what I mean. Like if you know something's gonna work, fine. But if you know that someone is asking for something that you don't believe any of your stuff is gonna help, then just be honest with them. Even if that means they go to the booth next to you and you see them walk away purchasing something from the dude next to you or lady next to you that is basically similar to what you have, and that it's not gonna work, whatever. So that's something, just be the bigger person. Okay, let's see, what else did I write? Okay, so I wrote down, develop your own recipe. If they're all the same, then what do we have? Okay, I made all these notes like probably 2 months ago, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I made all these notes. So I'm trying to remember exactly what my thoughts were, but basically with this, okay, so I realize that soap is soap, but we all put our own spin on it, right? Lotion is lotion, but we all put our own spin on it. And no two people probably make the same thing exactly the same. So, and if we all took a recipe book and made everything the same, then it doesn't. Oops, sorry, I had a phone call come in, so now I'm trying to remember what I was saying. So yeah, if we all had the same thing with the exact same recipe and did everything exactly the same, then what you have is a mass-produced type product, right? The thing that makes handcrafted special is it's typically unique to each person. So it's important to put your own spin on your products and your business, so that you stand out in that way. And yeah, I don't know. I know that it can be tempting to take recipes and make them exactly like, oh, I found this online. And there's certain things that you can't substitute, obviously, like lye, for example, or like an emulsifying wax or whatever that you need in lotion. I mean, there's some ingredients that you just have to have. There's no substitution. But the percentages and additives and what you use, you just need to make it your own, make it special, find something that, a recipe that you feel good about, that's tested and tried and true, and that will make your product stand out. So, kind of like comparing Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's, right? They both sell chicken, they both sell fried chicken, but they're totally different, and I like both, but some days I like Chick-fil-A better and some days I like Zaxby's better because they are different. So, you know, make sure your stuff stands out and is different, unique to you. Get out the book. What else did I say? Oh, and I had put in here consistency, but I talked about that when I was saying to put time into your business. You want to be consistent, and by that I mean showing up. If you go to a local market, show up. And that would be, if y'all knew how many times I have not shown up to a market, you would probably laugh at me saying this, but it's not my fault. You're right. No, it's really not, because it's been raining all month, and then prior to that, you know, life happens, things come up, and we all get that. But be as consistent as you can. So show up when you can, and if you're not going to be able to show up, then you know, put a post on Facebook or wherever you reach out to your customers to let them know that, hey, I'm not going to be there. You know, whatever. You don't have to tell them why. Just let them know. And just being consistent. Whether it's showing up on Facebook too, Instagram, or wherever you live or hang out, then if you're consistently showing up, then people will learn kind of like to be looking for you. And you want to be on, you know, the front of people's mind, like, you know, to stay relevant. And this is something, as I'm saying it, I need to do. I mean, I know how important it is, but I don't always do it because it is time consuming, and sometimes I never know what to post, and my place is always a mess, like, because I'm always in the middle of something. Like, I got towels hanging out over there, dishes piled up, and I know people say, oh, you can just be authentic, show up, and, you know, come as you are. People don't care. And I know that, like, I don't care how people show up when they post something, as long as they're talking about something I'm interested in or giving me, you know, some tips or something that can help me. I don't care how they show up. Be in a robe, I don't care. But to be this person on this end, it's like embarrassing, right? So I don't really want to show up like, you know, barefoot and with dirty dishes to my customers, even though they know how I am. You just have to get over yourself. I need to get over myself and do that, like posts and stuff, but I don't know. It's the pressure. The pressure is real. Okay, so my number one. Okay, so my number one secret to selling soap. And let's see if I wrote anything else. Make sure I'm not. This is probably enough. Okay, so my number one tip is build relationships. Okay, so, and that actually, the know, like, and trust factor falls under that, but build relationships with your customers. And I'm bad about not responding to messages because I don't always see them. And so a lot of this that I'm preaching, not really preaching, but a lot of this that I'm trying to help you guys with, I need help in it too. So I know, like, I'm just, like, I know, it's kind of like I know what I should do, but I don't do it always, right? And so I'm hoping that if you guys don't realize these things are important, then maybe that'll at least let you know. But like or you may be like me and no, you just don't do it. Like, and that's just dumb, but it's hard. And so I know that it's hard, and I know that it's easier said than done. But you know, you want people to be able to see you as you, and you as a person, not just like your business. And you know, people can go to Walmart and Kroger and Target all day long and buy something because you don't see the person behind that, right? But with a small business, we are our business, so it's important for people to see us, and you want to build those relationships and foster those relationships, and that will in turn help you grow your business because people will, you know, they will get to know you and see you as more than it's a bar of soap. No, they kind of can see that, oh, you know, I'm supporting this small business, and they see what you do and what your life is like, and they feel a part of it in that way. And so it's important to build relationships. So, you know, treat people like friends, and to some extent, you know, I mean, you have to keep it professional a little bit, but, you know, it's interesting. Like, and it's hard because I know that a lot of people at the market that I see, they have truly become friends of mine, or I feel like it, but I can't remember everybody's name. And a lot of times, if it's been a while since I've seen them, it's like I then I have a hard time remembering if I've seen them before. So, but people love it if you can remember their name, but I'm just honest, I cannot remember names. You know, it's tough. Like once I start talking to somebody, I can remember our conversations. I can remember different, you know, tidbits of information, but I suck at remembering names. But if you're good at remembering names, then use that to your advantage, because it is very important. You know, although like I'm the type of person that if someone doesn't remember my name, I don't care. Like I don't get offended. I don't care. I guess because I know that I don't remember people's names, but it does not mean that I don't like them or they were not important to me or anything like that. So I guess like maybe that's why it doesn't offend me. But some people like maybe would get offended or they expect you to remember, but I don't expect anybody to remember, and I can't remember. But like I said, if you can, then that is definitely a bonus, because people love that, like love it. It's impressive. Like when people can remember my name, I'm like, dang, like how do you remember that? Like it's like my brain is full or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I hope these tips were helpful, and I know they're nothing earth-shattering or anything like that, but sometimes it's just food for thought. You know, sometimes we don't always think about these somewhat simple concepts that can help our business and, you know, help our business grow, and that's what we're all trying to do, right? I'm trying to grow my business little by little. I would love it if I could do better on Etsy, and, you know, maybe we can all come up with a goal together. If you guys have a small business, I know some of y'all that watch don't have businesses currently or have in the past and just got rid of it. But if you do have your business, maybe write down your goal and maybe we can all set some goals together. But yeah, I would love to do more on Etsy. It was like for a while there, I was doing really good, like to me, really good. Like I was getting a few sales per day and I was like, dang, this is so good. I was like, this is awesome. And then I got 2 sales today, but then like it was like 2 days where I didn't get anything. And so it's like this. I could never count on it as income, put it that way. Like I think I've only made, I don't know, like 1,200 sales or something like that. I mean, I'm proud of the sales that I have made, but it's nothing compared to most people, you know. But like every one sale that I get makes me like do a little dance, because I'm like, yay, thank you. But I would love to get to the point where, you know, I was making consistent sales on Etsy, but I don't do any advertising. So that's probably a problem, because how are people ever going to find me? So anyway, maybe you guys have tips on that. So anyway, if you have any tips for me, comment below. And next video, what is it? Hold on, let me tell you. I might have done them all. Best essential oils for selling soap, I think, is what I have listed. And I'll have to look back and see if I already did that. And then I was going to do one on lotion too. So on making lotion, and I had somebody comment wanting that. So I love making lotion. That's like my jam. I really love it. So you know, adding like certain ingredients and things that really make a difference, things that don't, that kind of stuff. So I'll do that next, maybe, is the lotion video. And I've got market tomorrow, so that's exciting. And if you guys do markets, good luck, and I will see y'all probably, I'm gonna try and be more consistent for this channel here. Y'all post below if you would, and let me know how often you would like, because I don't want to like inundate you with videos if no one wants to watch them. But at the same time, I would like to show up for y'all. See, I'm trying to like take my own advice, be consistent. And as you can tell by my posting schedule, I'm not the most consistent on here, but I do try. Like the intention's there, so maybe if we just decide, then that'll hold me accountable. Maybe like once per week or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you maybe in a week. Bye.